as we had said before, we had gotten some news about the Malcolm Butler situation. As he decided to retire, Malcolm Butler, who's 31 years old, played in 7 seasons, won multiple Super Bowls. Obviously, with the incident that happened back in 2018 against the Eagles, where he did not play, but he, throughout the regular season, had played over 90% of the snaps on defense and a little bit on special teams as well. So that's what was a little bit of a shocker. But again, Malcolm Butler decides to retire at age 31. So congratulations to Malcolm Butler on a great career. He does forfeit upwards of $3 million for retiring, but it is what it is. We just hope he's happy in his decision. And the Cardinals explained that he retired for personal reasons, which we don't know what those reasons are, but we just hope we hope he's happy with the decision he made to retire. A few number changes. Trayvon Diggs changed from number 27 to number 7, which is a cool number to have as a cornerback, I do have to say so. Javon Curse changed from 32 to 27, so he takes Trayvon Diggs' number. Jabril Cox changed from 48 to 14, and I could deal with that because 48 is such a weird number. Like, I know Joe Thomas was number 48, but this is such a weird number. And 14, that's actually that's gonna look cool on a linebacker. I mean, I love the fact that Parsons wears number 11. This is gonna look cool for Cox to wear number 14. Azul Kamara, who made the active roster, actually. It was a kind of a surprising move for him to make the active roster, but he did make it. He changes his number from 48 because, remember, Cox and Kamara were sharing the number. He changed it from 48 to Jalen Smith's old number, 54. And Nashawn Wright changes his number from 40 to 25, which is going to look amazing on him to wear number 25 instead of wearing number 40 at corner. Doesn't look really good. Now, everyone's like, well, Stephen Parker wore number 25. Yes, but he was released, so he's not on the team anymore, so it gives Nashawn Wright the ability to change to number 25. Seahawks traded for a cornerback, and I apologize if I messed this name up. Akilo Witherspoon for a 2023 5th-round pick. They traded Witherspoon to the Steelers for a 2023 5th-round pick. Now, the understanding is Witherspoon somewhat struggled, but it just didn't work really with their offense, especially with getting the cornerback, Sidney Jones. This makes a lot of sense. You gotta move someone. You either release him or you trade him, and they decided to trade him and get some value for it. So it was not a terrible trade by the Seahawks. It wasn't a terrible trade for the Steelers to take it. It works for both sides, and you give up not very much in any reason for it. Texans head coach David Culley says Tyrod Taylor will be QB1, confirming the decision that Deshaun Watson will be on the roster, but just won't play. He'll be sitting. Now, obviously, if you know about the Deshaun Watson situation, the 21-22 lawsuits that are in his direction, it's a very interesting situation to be in. So if you're Deshaun Watson, or even the Houston Texans, as a matter of fact, this is the reason why you brought in Tyrod Taylor. This is the reason why you drafted Davis Mills. In case something like this happened and it was not fixed or corrected, by the NFL, you have a veteran quarterback and a young quarterback to go in the direction if you have to. Because we're talking about a quarterback that could be in jail for many years, possibly his whole lifetime. I've heard that he could even be in jail for three lifetime sentences. So we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on, and we won't know until a few months from now. So it puts us in a situation where we got to go in a direction. Let's bring in Tyrod Taylor. He's been a starter. He doesn't have the great health part, so that's why we drafted Davis Mills. It should work. 49ers decided to sign cornerback Josh Norman. This is because the 49ers at cornerback and even at safety are not very good. I mean, they've been getting injured all over the place. They lost a few guys, like a Richard Sherman. It puts them in a situation they don't know what they're gonna be in. So, bringing in Josh Norman, who is 33, played with the Bills last year. He needs to find a way to still be Josh Norman to an extent, because last year it didn't look very good. I mean, like, we had the name, we had it on the jersey, we knew what jersey he was wearing, but it just did not look like Josh Norman. It just didn't. It looked like his cousin. It just doesn't look the same. Like, we know what Josh Norman is. That did not look like Josh Norman. Now, the Cowboys, this puts the Cowboys in a very strange situation to be in, as the Cowboys have been dealing with some COVID-19. As they had, at one point, 6 guys on the COVID-19 reserve list. They also have to put on their All-Pro, perennial Pro Bowler, and probably future Hall of Famer in Zach Merton and cover this, as he tested positive on Sunday. When he tested positive, first thought went to my mind of, this can't happen. This just can't happen. We have to go against Tampa, who has a great defense, who have great anything, and we can't do this. We just can't do this. But then I went back and I said, this is not terrible. It's a little concerning due to how good the Tampa Bay Buccaneers front 7 are, and how Todd Bowles, their defense coordinator, loves to blitz. But we have a seasoned veteran in Connor McGovern who can do it, but he only played in a lost season, so we're not exactly sure. We know Lyle Collins might be able to play. The question is, can he play? And if he can, how is this offensive line going to protect Dak Prescott? And what kind of strategy do the Cowboys use to protect Dak Prescott? Because I think the strategy has to be protect Dak Prescott at all costs.